Hello everyone, it's Rob once again from Artistly Workshop, here today with some exciting updates on a product that we've been working on for Artistly users. In the Artistly Workshop, we have created an archiver that will automatically capture your images and prompts and save them to an HTML archive, which you can store. And I am going to show you what that's all about today, how to install it, and how to use it. So sit back and check it out. So you are going to have downloaded the zip or RAR file, whatever format it's in. So we're going to start with that. I have that on my desktop, and I'm going to right click it, and I am going to say extract files. Then I'm going to make sure that I click on my C drive and say OK. Click yes. So now that directory with Archiver for Artistly is on my C drive and ready to be installed. So let us open our Chrome. This extension is tested on Chrome and Chromium compatible browsers. Haven't done thorough testing on other browsers as of yet, but Chromium based browsers, this should work fine, no problems. All right. So what we're going to do, we've opened up Chrome and we're going to go up here to where the extension icon is up here in the top right corner. We're going to click that, and then we're going to go down to Manage Extensions. One thing that you need to look out for here once you get to this extensions page is that this little toggle switch called Developer Mode over in the top right is turned on. What that does is it enables a tool called Load Unpacked, and that's what we want. So we're going to click on Load Unpacked. Then we are going to go to our C drive, click on the folder. Don't double click into the folder, just click on the folder and click Select Folder. What that does is it adds the extension to your current active extensions. Here's where you can turn it on or off if you want to disable it. And here's where this little button here is where you can reload it. Okay, you get a little warning here. This extension may read and change site information or run in the background. Rest assured, this is a safe extension. It doesn't do anything to your data or doesn't transmit any information. All it does, it takes information from your Artistly library and compiles it into an offline HTML file. You'll see that as we go. All right. So we've got the extension loaded. Let's go to Artistly. I'm going to click here. We'll click on the Fast AI Image Designer, and the first thing we're going to do is go right to our personal designs. All right. So you see with Artistly, you get, at least now, you get 8 lines of 4 rows of images for a total of 32 images in a batch. All right. One thing I would say is when you go over here to extensions, you're going to see the Archiver for Artistly one here. I would suggest clicking the pin button and pinning that. Now you can see the little icons up here. Otherwise, every time you want to use it, you're going to have to go up here to this little icon, click it, go down here. So that just makes it easier. All right. So just to start off on the right foot, I'm going to hit refresh on the page. Then I'm going to click on our icon up here. That brings up the interface for the Archiver for Artistly. And you can see here at the top, you have 10 color themes to choose from. And then you have this option here to embed thumbnails or not. Now, something you need to understand is that this, if you click this, if you unclick it, then you're going to get placeholder images that refer back to the Artistly servers. So what it's saying is you're not actually embedding the thumbnails into your file. You're just referring to an existing file on a server. So the problem with that, which it does make smaller files, but the problem with that is that Artistly designs are going to get deleted after a year automatically, and you may want to delete them sooner. That may be why you want to archive them so you can just delete them. So I would always recommend embedding the thumbnails and just leaving that clicked. Once you click it, it stays, it remembers. So I would just recommend leaving that like that. Let's see. Okay, so then the next thing you see is capture current batch. So you have two ways you can capture with Archiver for Artistly. You can capture a batch at a time, or you can capture single images, or you can do a mix of both. All right, we're going to do that for the first example. All right, so I have this first batch of 32 designs loaded, so I'm going to click capture current batch. Now you can see it says batch is loaded, 32 designs, and down here you get an update also. This is your total up here in this line, and this is every time you click an action, this will update it down here. So don't get confused between those. Just to further illustrate, I'm going to load some more designs. And then you can see the tool goes away, but when you click it again, this is why it's best to keep it pinned. When you click back on it, it's back. And it still has your batches loaded and everything. So I've loaded a second batch. I'm going to click capture current batch. You can see it captured batch 2, 32 designs, and up here we have a total of 64. All right, let us load more, go back, capture current batch. All right, so just to kind of explain what's happening, we're consecutively loading and then capturing. If I clear all these batches right now with this clear batches button, I go back to 0. But if I say capture current batch, it's going to capture the very first batch from the load. It's not going to capture the one I'm currently on, if that makes sense. When I click capture current batch, really it means the latest one loaded, and that defaults when you clear it back to the original 32. I'm sorry if that's confusing. The point I'm trying to make is that you can't, okay, let's clear batches here. You can't say, okay, I've got 2 batches loaded already. No, I've got 3. I'm going to load more. And then I want to load these right here, so I'm going to go up here and say capture current batch. Well, that didn't capture this most current batch that I loaded. It captured the very first batch. So you have to kind of do them in order, if that makes sense. Again, I apologize for the confusion. But it's a little bit of a limitation, but it's the best we could do at this point. So just to start from scratch, I'm going to clear batches. I'm going to refresh this page so we go back to just our 32 with a load more. I'm going to go to our tool and I'm going to say capture current batch, load more, capture current batch, and then I'm going to show you, I'm going to load more, but I'm only going to capture some singles. So okay, let's say I like this one right here. I'm going to click on the little eyeball to bring it up, bring our tool back up. You can see it still has 2 batches loaded, but then I'm going to click capture current single. Now you can see over here that it updated singles captured 1. All right, we'll close out of there. We'll go back, say we like this one, click on our tool, capture current single. All right, so we got 2 batches, 2 singles captured. Now before you build your archive, 2 things you need to do. You need to choose a theme, which like I said, you got 10 to pick from. Let's say forest. And then you need to pick a name. It defaults to Artistly Design Archive. If you like that, it'll add the date to it, so you can just leave it like that. But you can change it to whatever you want. So I'm going to call this one favorites. All right. Then I'm going to click Build HTML. You can see down here it gives you an update of what's happening. And when it's ready to go, you can see the file name says favorites, just like I typed, the date and time, and you click Save. All right. Once you do that, everything clears back here. So now technically you could bulk delete all 4 of those batches, and you've got the images and prompts stored offline. Let's go take a look. I'm going to click on my Explorer, go to my downloads, and here's our file. We double click it, All right, so we got our forest green theme here. You can see when you hover over an image, brings it up a little bit. So let's start from the top, all right? Favorites, that's what I named it. Tells you how many designs and the time that it was made, the tool that it was made with, and then of course our copyright information. Here you can search for prompts. You can search for any metadata keywords. Let's find, okay, I'm going to search for koala. You can see those immediately come up. You have the option to favorite ones that you like. Let's get rid of the search text. Okay, those koalas went away, but watch what happens when I say bring up newest or favorites first. So we've got our favorites here. The prompts are all contained here. If you just click them, you can see they expand. And if you like a particular prompt, you just click copy prompt. Now that's copied to your clipboard. You can see when I paste, the prompt text comes in. All right, and when you click it again, it collapses. You can sort newest, oldest, or favorites. You can pick certain styles if you want to see which ones were made with which styles or tools. You have all those options. And then you have 3 sizes of thumbnails: small, medium, or large. So you basically get 4 across, 5 across, or 6 across. All right, down at the bottom you got, again, a little bit of information just saying when it was made and with the copyright. And there you have it. Let's clear all the filters. We'll say newest first. So here we can see all 66 of our images, 2 batches plus the 2 that we selected individually. Prompts, image, everything ready to go. So again, I want to reiterate what you're seeing here. Even though we've embedded the thumbnails, these are not your actual Artistly images. These are just thumbnails saved into the HTML file. So I always recommend download your favorites, download them all. You know, go back to Artistly now that you've archived all these with your prompts and everything. Do a bulk download, select them all, go row by row, select them all, download them, and then delete them all. And then you're good. That frees up Artistly servers, frees up your library, makes everything a little bit neater, and just and you always have that offline archive. All right, let's do one more just to reinforce. All right, it's going to be the same images because I don't have different, archives to pull from, libraries to pull from. So let's go back here. Let us, I'm going to refresh, pull up our tool. Let's capture the current batch, and then let's go to some folders and do some single images. Let's go to our uploaded, and I'm going to, let's say I like this one. A group member made this, but I had to put a pencil in her hand. Capture current single. All right. Here's our little bolt. We like him. Capture single. And what else? All right, here's my dog Ginger. Capture single. Well, let's go add another batch. Let's go back to our, I think it's going to add the same batch again. So we won't do that. Well, let's see what it does. Let's go back to our library. Let's load more and just see what it does. I don't think it's going to work. I think it's going to go back and capture, since we left and came back, it's going to go back and do the first 32. But let's check and see. Capture current batch. I'm going to call this one, let's say sky. And we're going to say test sky. Build it. Save it. And test it. All right, you see our nice sky. And what happened? No, looks like it got that second batch. I don't know. We're going to have to experiment a little bit, all of us, with this and find out exactly what it does under different circumstances. It looks like it worked since the first batch had already been captured. It looked like it worked when we went back and it captured that second batch of images, which is actually really what we want it to do. So that's a pleasant surprise. So, all right. Anyways, this makes, if any of you tested the last version, you know you had to copy certain, you had to open up developer tools and copy things and paste things. And ultimately, we wanted to keep all that stuff under the hood, so it was just a much easier to use and much more, user friendly kind of a tool. And I think that we have accomplished that with this. We appreciate your feedback. And if you don't have this yet, but you would like it, drop a note in the comments and I'll let you know how to get it. All right. Cool. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy, and we'll talk to you next time. Take care.